Testing, testing. right, good morning. Welcome to the Public Service Commission's administrative meeting for October 16, 2024. First item is approve the minutes from our meeting of October 9, 2024. Commissioner Sussman.
Aye.
Commissioner Barbe.
Aye.
Commissioner Richard.
Aye.
I vote aye.
Good morning, Mr. Chair. There are 4 items on today's consent agenda, but we are deferring item number 3 for 2 weeks and deferring item number 4 for 1 week. Item number 1 is a request from D40MD Solar LLC for a waiver of the operational deadline for various Harford County projects. And item number 2 is an application from Renew Home VPP LLC for a license to supply electricity.
Okay, regarding item 1, I move we grant the company a waiver of the operational deadline for the D40 Maryland solar projects until December 31st, 2025. Commissioner Sussman.
Aye.
Commissioner Barbe.
Aye.
Commissioner Richard.
Aye.
I vote aye.
Mr. Chairman, for item number 2, I just want to find out if we have anyone from staff here that this one caught my attention. Is very interested in the concept of the curtailment service provider. Just interested, when you talk to the company, are they working directly with Google, or are they affiliated with Google, or what is the relationship, if you know it? And again, I know I'm catching you off guard here, but what information do you have about that relationship?
Good morning, Chair and Commissioners. Andrew Schlicht on the behalf of staff. I understand it that Renew Home is an affiliate of Google.
Okay.
I understand that in this particular instance, Google has been offloading the responsibilities of this program onto Renew Home, which is an entirely separate entity. I can certainly follow up with additional information.
Yeah, I'll just tell you, one of the context is, as you know, we'll be having an Empower hearing next week, and when we hear about these curtailment providers and the idea of just a demand response, I'd be interested to know how that might work with our Empower programs, and if there's a way to further incentivize or consider them within the context of the program. One other, I guess, question is, do you know how they're going about finding these savings for customers? Are they also asking these customers to be a part of the time of use rates, or are there other ways that, again, they are promoting the benefits of the working with them with their Nest thermostats?
My understanding is that Renew Home keeps an eye on the market. I believe they stated at one point they keep an eye on the market, and they track the prices, and they determine when prices are highest in the PJM market, then perhaps they should scale back the thermostat, the temperatures of their clients' homes, in an effort to save them energy, reduce emissions.
Okay.
And
Yeah, I know, since we don't really have dynamic pricing rates at this point in Maryland, I'm just wondering if there was a direct, I guess, appeal to the customer, any kind of incentive or monetary remuneration for being a part of the program. So, again, I know I'm just kind of catching you by surprise here. It just something of interest to me, particularly given that we have the Empower hearings next week. So, anyway, no other questions. Thank you.
Okay, anybody else? Guess not. All right. With that, I move we grant the company a license to operate as an electricity supplier in Maryland, limited to the provision of curtailment services for the customer classes and service territories applied for and recommended by staff, and direct the company to file notification with the commission within 30 days of any changes in the information in the application. Commissioner Sussman.
Aye.
Commissioner Barbe.
Aye.
Commissioner Richard.
Aye.
I vote aye.
Item 5 on the administrative agenda is a request from Egypt Road Solar LLC for approval of its decommissioning plan.
Good morning, Chair and Commissioners. DeAndre Wilson on behalf of staff. Before I begin, there's one change that I would like to update in regards to staff's comments. on page 5. There is a sentence here, the second from last sentence on the page. It says, per Egypt Road Solar filing, with the difference between the estimated decommissioning expense of $3,907,011. That should read, I guess my calculator was moving faster than my brain. $4,297,711.
Okay.
That does not change staff's recommendation or its calculations. On August 28th, 2024, Egypt Road Solar, a 51.1 megawatt solar photovoltaic power generating facility in the city of Cambridge, located in Dorchester County, Maryland, filed a request for approval of its decommissioning plan pursuant to PPRP condition number 26 of attachment A to the CPCN granted by the Commission in case number 9434. Pursuant to PPRP's condition number 26, Egypt Road Solar Project is required to submit at least 90 days prior to the start of construction a decommissioning plan that describes the responsible parties, timeframes, and estimated costs for decommissioning, dismantling, and legal disposal of all components of the project to the PSC and PPRP for review. The plan shall implement a financial mechanism to ensure that decommissioning costs are not borne by the state and or the city of Cambridge at the end of the useful life of the project or in the event of abandonment of the project. The financial instrument must be developed by a third-party consultant to determine the amount of the decommissioning performance bond, corporate guarantee, or letter of credit issued by a financial institution or other alternative arrangement, and shall be subject to the approval of the PSC. The applicant shall not begin construction until the applicant has addressed all comments from the PSC and PPRP. The PSC has approved the plan and all specified financial guarantees are in place. Over the life of the project, the applicant shall update the decommissioning cost estimate every 5 years after the issuance of the CPCN to adjust for inflation and any other necessary changes. The applicant shall provide the revised cost estimate to the PSC by filing the revised cost estimates in the PSC docket for case number 9434 and execute an adjustment to the financial guarantee mechanism. In accordance with this condition, Egypt Solar submitted its decommissioning plan, which was developed by its consultant Stantec and includes the estimated costs associated with performing the activities needed to decommission the project, including the costs associated with the disposal of the components not sold for salvage and the cost of backfilling, grading, and restoration of the project site, which was estimated at $3,907,011. With the addition of a contingency at 10% of the gross cost, the estimated decommissioning cost is $4,297,711. The company's consultant contracted with We Recycle Solar Incorporated, which provided a valuation of the solar modules, assuming a conservative total of 85% of the estimated purchase price with a 7% damage rate for the removal of the panels, including construction materials, which generated a revenue estimated at $3,690,975. Based on staff's review of Egypt Road Solar's decommissioning plan, with the difference between the estimated decommissioning expense and potential estimated revenue, the company identified potential net decommissioning costs of approximately $606,736 after offset from sale or salvage. Staff finds the company's proposal to secure a financial assurance totaling $1,208,253 to account for the net decommissioning cost of approximately $606,736, including any additional costs incurred at the start of decommissioning the project, to be appropriate and therefore staff recommends the commission grant Egypt Road Solar's request for approval of its decommissioning plan, subject to any additional licensing conditions proposed by PPRP upon its review of the company's decommissioning plan. Thank you, and I'm available for any questions.
So, any questions for staff? Actually, one question for me. So, the earlier arithmetic calculation you made doesn't change the amount of money that's in your recommendation, correct?
No.
So, the 1,208,000 blah 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 is still good.
Right, yeah, it doesn't change
Okay.
anything. My calculator was just moving a little faster than my
No, that's
brain.
fine.
So
Sure.
Good morning, Commissioner. Sandra McLemore on behalf of the Power Plant Research Program. We filed a letter on Friday indicating that we did not oppose the decommissioning plan revision. I have with me today Jenny Rogers if anyone has any questions. Thank you.
Any questions? Seeing none?
Morning, Mr. Chairman and Commissioners. Max Cook on behalf of Egypt Road Solar LLC. We have nothing further to add besides that the city's also signed off on the decommissioning plans, and we expect to begin construction in the coming weeks. Thank you.
Any questions for them? Seeing none? Okay, I move we approve the company's decommissioning plan and direct the company to provide documentary evidence of financial assurance for the amount of $1,208,253 prior to the start of construction and subject to any additional conditions proposed by the Power Plant Research Program. Commissioner Sushman.
Aye.
Commissioner Barve.
Aye.
Commissioner Richard.
Aye.
I vote aye. And with that, the administrative meeting is. For those of you that are here for the lessons learned, give us like 5 minutes to reset everything, and then we'll start with that. So.